Self?
I don't see why not. I'm coming to you. I told you I'm an allegiance. My
Hold
mother
on, you
has to
gotta
have
wait.
me.
It's wonderful to meet you, man.
Oh,
My name's Katsy.
Pleasure to meet you, Cassie.
Now, today we're here at the SAG Awards, Actor Awards. What are we calling it today after the name change?
You know, it's supposed to be the Actor Awards, but I keep calling it the SAG Awards, and everybody's like, oh, yeah. When I tell people I have the Actor Awards, they're like, I thought the Oscars were the 16th or the 15th. I was like, no, the SAG Awards. They're like, oh, yeah.
Now, when did you get your SAG card? What do you remember about that moment?
You know what? I had done 3 or 4 films before I got my SAG card, and I remember they forced me to join the union. I just wasn't familiar with the protocols and how it worked. And I had done a couple films and found out I was eligible for Taft-Hartley. I had done 8 Mile. I had done a film called Sorority Boys. And on the 3rd one, they were like, look, dude, are you going to be in this movie thing or not? And so then I got in after that.
That's amazing. Now, of course, you're here with the incredible cast of Sinners.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What does it mean that this film has continued its winning streak all the way up to award season and is still the name on everybody's mouth?
I think that it just speaks to the relevancy of the film. I think it speaks to how people have responded globally to the film, and I love that because the young man Ryan Coogler who wrote the film has a lot to say, and I think a lot of people find themselves identifying with various characters and the themes of the movie.
Amazing. Thank you so much for your time. Such a big fan.
Thank you.
We got a name change this year.
We did.
Break it down for me. Why the name change and how do we feel?
The maquette is called The Actor. For 30 years, whenever anyone gets presented the award, they say, and the actor goes to, so now the name reflects that.
Okay, I think that makes sense. Do you think it's going to catch on?
Also, we merged our union, SAG and AFTRA, and so the SAG Awards kind of was like, well, it just felt weird. It didn't feel balanced. So now it's the Actor Awards presented by SAG AFTRA. That feels a little bit more accurate and representative.
Now, obviously, we've all been watching you for a long time, and I'm curious, what was the moment you got your SAG card, and what do you remember about it?
I got my SAG card in 1981. I have no recollection. I'm sure that I was impressed with it, but then had to go do something with my friends.
That makes sense. The playground friends weren't too impressed by the card and your dues?
I'm sure they would have been respectful, but it would have ended up in the dirt or something. I was a kid, you know? What do I know?
Now, I've got to ask, as you are the face of SAG, how are we feeling about the update on the Warner Brothers situation with Paramount?
I think we're feeling very skeptical. We want to see exactly what the deal ends up being, and we really want to know whether or not an acquisition of that size is going to end up actually creating more jobs, or if it's going to reduce the total amount of jobs that we have. So for us, it's a very simple calculus. We want our people to work.
Yeah, absolutely. And so are you curious to see how this sort of regulatory experience is going to go? We're hearing it's going to take 6 to 12 months. How do you think the unions and other bodies that sort of protect everybody here are going to be reacting in that next regulatory period?
Good questions. Politics aside, I really hope that the government accepts its responsibility to look carefully into this sort of potentially monopolistic action and protects the community, the citizens. So if it's ultimately, okay, then that's business and let's get to work. I think the unions will have. I don't know. We'll all have our own variety. We're not a monolith. We may be in agreement on some things. We may not be in agreement. I think we will. We're going to have a very critical eye, and I think that's appropriate. But we also always want to make sure that we're respectful of our employers, and so that organization now is going to stand to employ more of us than anybody else. So we need to work well with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate your time.
Questions.
Salacious.
Yes,
I'm gonna get that
love it.
scoop. First off, you look beautiful. I love a chartreuse.
Thank you. I also like a shirt. You know what? I love something that covers up my neck. That's what I like.
Well, tonight we're at the Actor Awards.
Yes.
Very prestigious now. Are we calling it SAG or are we calling it Actor Awards?
I think I'm calling it both. Remember when we were like coronavirus, COVID the coronavirus? I feel like we're doing the same thing. It's like the SAG Actor Awards, the Actor Awards from SAG. I'm just happy to be here. You know, the drinks are free, the people are beautiful, so they can call it whatever they want to call it.
Now, what was the moment that you got your SAG card, and what do you remember about it?
I got my SAG card for a Walmart commercial, and I remember thinking, this is it. It'll never be better than this. I will not. I got to stay in a hotel that had a robe, and I was like, took 3 days off my waitressing job. I was like, bye, I'm out of here, bitches. Never to be heard from again. I was right back at that waitressing job a week later. But for those 3 days on set, I was like, this is nirvana. It was amazing.
Now, what would the you that was in that Walmart commercial thinking it can't get better think of this moment right now that you're here with the cast of Severance?
I think she would probably pee herself. I mean, I feel a lot of love for that young woman who was busting her ass waiting like at 3 different restaurants. But it is cool to think about it that way. Thank you for that perspective.
Now, obviously, I'm rooting for Severance tonight, but in the movie area, what movies are you rooting for this year?
Sentimental Value. I think Joachim Trier is one of our greatest filmmakers, one of our greatest auteurs. Jessie Buckley in Hamnet. What is there to say about that performance? Rose Byrne, beautiful, and all of Sinners. All of Sinners. I mean, I just that film blew me away, and those performances blew me away. So anyone for Sinners will be a joy for me.
Now, those of us who were on the Severance train in season 1 and had to wait several years for the new season, I know you haven't heard about that at all. What was it like seeing the massive blow up in season 2? Because it was season 1, it was if you know, you know, we love this.
Right.
Season 2, everyone and their brother was watching it.
Yes, after season 1, people would say things to me like, oh, my cousin really likes your show. And I was like, oh, cool. And after season 2, it was sort of implied that all the cousins liked it. And that was such a cool thing to experience. We're very proud of the show, and we're grateful to the fans for sticking with us. You know, I know it takes a second to make it, but that's because we make it with meticulous care. And I'm really excited to go back.
I will wait as long as it takes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
Nice
I
to talk
appreciate
to
it. I love you so much.
Thank you. Likewise. Have a good night.
Hi, you look beautiful. I'm Katsy.
Nice to meet you.
Big fan of Landman. Very excited to be talking to you. What was the moment like when you got the call that you were going to be a part of it?
Oh my goodness, I remember the audition process. I auditioned, I submitted a self-tape. A month later, I heard back and I was like, which one? I was 21 at the time. 20 at the time. And it was like the one where I'm a mom. I'm like, wait, what? And I remember going to Jackson Hole, Wyoming, auditioning with 11 other girls, and not even thinking anything of it. I'm here experiencing everything, read with Taylor Sheridan himself, did a chemistry read a week later, and then got a call from Taylor Sheridan himself saying, I'm going to trust you with this role. And I said, sure thing.
That's incredible. And now, of course, you're part of this incredible ensemble being recognized here tonight. Are you calling it the SAG Awards or the Actor Awards?
Oh, I mean, I've known them from SAG Awards, but they are the Actors Awards.
Now, what was the moment like when you got your SAG card? What do you remember about it?
Oh my gosh, it was my first big role here in LA on a sitcom, and I remember being always eligible, but I was like, it just doesn't make sense for me to sign up yet. And then I finally did it, and it was just like a milestone.
Now, what are the movies and TV shows that you are excited to support here tonight? Of course, Landman.
Of course, Landman. The studio is really amazing. All the movies were so great this year. It's so hard. But One Battle After Another is a movie that I could watch probably many, many times, and Frankenstein.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. You look gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, now we've got to start with, we're at the Actor Awards. You are now an actor. Are you calling it the SAG Awards or the Actor Awards?
I'm calling it the SAG After Awards. That way I don't get anybody in trouble. See, I'm right down the middle on policy, right there. It's good.
Now, I am a huge Shark Tank fan, and I trust your business sense, so I've got to ask, there's a pretty big business deal going around in Hollywood this weekend. What's your take on the Warner Brothers Paramount situation?
You know what's going to happen? A lot of people think, oh, does it go to the left? Does it go to the right? It's going to go right down the middle, and here's why. Most advertisers want to be right down the middle, and that's where the sweet spot is for revenue. Ellison didn't get to where he is today doing stupid deals. So I think he's going to do quite well with this. There'll be a lot of cost cutting, obviously, but I think it's going to take this massive network right down the middle where the most revenue can be found.
And where do you think that leaves Netflix in this? I mean, they are getting a $2.8 billion payout out of this.
Yeah, Ted's a pretty smart guy. They're going to do just fine. They are so powerful internationally. I think everybody that is an actor is going to work with them eventually. You know, there's no question about it. And I think looking forward, these massive platforms are going to start producing movies again, because that's what people want to watch. So during all this consolidation, there's been trauma, but we're back to movie making, which is good for me because I'm looking for another role. I've got the bug.
Okay, so what is the Kevin O'Leary dream role after this performance in Marty Supreme? What are you looking for? You want to be a villain, a hero?
You know, what I've learned is it's the story that gives you the opportunity. So I'm looking for another story as good as Marty Supreme was, another director as good as Josh Safdie, another writer as good as Ronnie Bronstein, and I want to work with Timmy again. So, I mean, that's all I'm asking for. And of course, I need A24 to do the movie. So I started right at the top. Where do I go from here? It's going to be tough to match.
Maybe we'll get some movie pitches on the next season of Shark Tank.
I want to do a pitch to bringing Kobe back to LA tonight.
Okay, so break down this ice for me, this PSA graded ice.
Yeah, so this is a dual logo man auto. That means it's signed by both Kobe and Jordan. It's the only card like it in the world. It sold last August. I was one of the buyers for $12.93 million. Today it's worth $19.2 until we wrapped it around 2.2 pounds of Tiffany white gold and 101 carats of Tiffany diamonds. The first time this has ever come out, I put it around my neck. I'm walking on the red carpet with it, and I'm just doing a shout out to Kobe. We love you here in LA, brother. You know that. And so it's very cool to have this card. This is his only signature this way beside Jordan. It's remarkable.
So with something like that, are you going to hold on to it, or are we trying to sell?
I've got a tank out, so I'm never going to sell it. I mean, it's done better than crypto, done better than the S&P 500. It's done better than any alternative asset class. It's like buying a Picasso in 1954. This thing's only going to do one thing, go up in value.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I really appreciate it. Kathy with Page Six, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Now, first off, I have to ask, we're here at the Actor Awards, brand new Actor Awards. What do we think of the name change?
It's great. I mean, listen, I'm still not calling it that quite yet. I'm still like training myself to call it the Actor Awards and not the SAG Awards. But I'm happy to be here and support in every way I can.
Well, today we're celebrating so many actors like yourself. What are the projects that have inspired you this year as an actor?
Oh my goodness, this year. I mean, listen, one battle after another. I love that so much, and I think Leo and Chase and just everyone in that absolutely killed that. I think Begonia was something that was really interesting to me. I was not expecting to love that as much as I did, and I was expecting to love it, but that film was insane and incredible, and I loved it, and I think alien stuff is so fun. So
okay, so did you see the ending coming? Did you think Emma was an alien?
About a quarter of the way through, I was like, it would be insane if they were like, oh, she's actually an alien. I was like, that's not going to happen. And then, yeah, spoilers. But if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? But no, I did, but yet didn't. No.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we've recently undergone a name change from SAG Awards to Actor Awards. What are you calling it?
It's still the SAG Awards to me because I'm not used to calling it the Actor Awards yet, but I'm sure that I will, start to calling it that. Where am I?
Now, when did you get your SAG card? What do you remember about that day?
It was almost 35 years ago. My card was $800. I had to borrow the money from a friend. Hey, Seymour, if you're out there anywhere seeing this, I got your money now. And, it was the greatest thing. I was in SAG. I got my card. Oh, my God. It was one of those moments that you'll never forget. Yeah.
Now, of course, I'm a huge Abbott fan, but I have to ask, outside of Abbott, who are you rooting for today, especially in the movie space?
Well, I have two favorites. Everyone knows I like Sinners, but I also like One Battle After Another. And I think that between the two of them, they're gonna take home a few awards. Now, in the TV category, there's a show called Abbott Elementary that I'm very fond of.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's about a school who has this janitor who's just amazing.
That's what the show's about. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Great. First off, you look wonderful.
Thank you.
I saw you doing your glam bot. It looked good. So.
I mean, seriously, I got scared. Like, I've been watching that. I would not prepare for that at all. So I hit him with that. Hope it looks good.
Now, today we've got Actor Awards, SAG Awards. What are you calling them in your head?
Well, I'm going by the official Actor Awards presented by SAG. There we go. Yeah.
Now, when did you get your SAG card, and what do you remember about that day?
Dude, you're going to have to ask my mom about that. All I know is that I've been in SAG since I started working in the States, which I think was for Beautiful Boy. So, like, 7 years ago, something like that. But it's been great being a part of this union. And I also, I really appreciate everything that they've done for the young actor, community with school, labor laws, stuff like that. good protection. You know, it's nice. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, what movies are you rooting for this season, aside from, of course, your own?
Of course. But no, every single picture this year has been phenomenal. I've watched all of them 2 or 3 times. I think that Sinners has done such a great job, you know, like revolutionizing music and ensembles. And One Battle is just a Paul Thomas Anderson masterpiece, and Hamnet's Chloe Zhao's like Hamnet. I mean, I guess that's what you call it. Can't really speak for what they believe, but that's my interpretation. Every picture's been phenomenal. I'm rooting for everyone. It's just great to be here.
There are some great young actors in those too. Do you have advice for young actors like Jacoby and Noah Jupe in Hamnet?
Jacoby Jupe was phenomenal, and he's what, like 12 or something. I mean, yeah, I was shocked. That movie broke me, man. But dude, you just gotta take it at your own pace. Start slowly removing those distractions and actually honing in on your craft. Watch some iconic movies. I mean, one that I recommend is Dog Day Afternoon. I learned so much from that movie studying Al Pacino. But really just take it slow. You don't need a rush, and look for quality rules. That's what I gotta say. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I
Thank you
really
so much.
appreciate it. Great to meet you.
Great interview. Thank you.